Going back to one of our leading stories this morning, South African jazz legend Hugh Masekela has died aged 78. Masekela lost his battle with prostate cancer, for which he had been treated since 2008. In October, he cancelled a scheduled performance at the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival in Rockville, Soweto, to dedicate himself to battling the disease. The jazz veteran underwent eye surgery in March 2016 after the cancer spread and had to go into theatre again in September 2016 as another tumour was discovered. Hugh was born in KwaGuqa Township in Witbank and began singing and playing the piano as a child. Just to reiterate that sad news coming in this morning, South African jazz legend Hugh Masekela has died at age 78. Masekela lost his battle with prostate cancer, for which he had been treated since 2008. In October, he cancelled a scheduled performance at the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival in Rockville, Soweto, to dedicate himself to battling this disease. The jazz veteran underwent eye surgery in March 2016 after the cancer spread and had to go into theatre again in September 2016 as another cancerous tumour was discovered. Hugh was born in KwaGuqa Township in Witbank and began singing and playing the piano as a child. We're working hard to get you some reactions on the passing on of this jazz legend, but if I just go to some of what's happening on Twitter, Minister Nathi Ntetwa has actually broken out and said a baobab tree has fallen. The nation indeed has lost a one-of-a-kind musician with the passing of jazz legend Hugh Masekela. We can safely say Hugh was one of the greatest architects of Afro jazz, and he uplifted the soul of our nation through his timeless music. Hashtag RIP Hugh Masekela. Well, Hugh Masekela lost his battle with prostate cancer, for which he had been treated since 2008. In October, he cancelled a scheduled performance at the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival in Rockville, Soweto, to dedicate himself to battling the disease and called on all men to go for regular cancer checkups. Masekela was born on the 4th of April 1939 in Witbank. As a child, he began playing the piano, but a movie about jazz cornetist Bix Biederbecke, a young man with a horn, inspired him to shift his musical allegiances. Anti-apartheid activist Father Trevor Huddleston helped Masekela to acquire a trumpet and ensure that he received tuition, resulting in his rapidly joining South Africa's first youth orchestra, the Huddleston Jazz Band. In the late 50s, Masekela joined up with the Dollar Brand, later known as Abdullah Ibrahim, Kipi Mweketsi, Jonas Gwangwa, Johnny Hertz, and alternately Early Mabuza or Makaya Ntsoko on drums to form the Jazz Epistles, who regularly performed at the Odeon Theatre in Sophia Town. In 1959, Masekela joined the cast of Todd Matsikiza's all-African jazz opera, King Kong. The musical, which also helped to launch the career of Miriam Makeba, received permission to perform in London in 1961. Now, with the Sharpeville massacre in mind and with jazz being seen as an expression of resistance, performances and broadcasts in South Africa were severely restricted. Masekela took the opportunity, along with many other members of the cast, to remain in England, effectively going into exile, and enrolled at the London Guildhall School of Music, later on moving to the Manhattan School of Music in New York. Here he befriended musician and political activist Harry Belafonte, and his music increasingly began reflecting the harsh realities of repression and discrimination back home in South Africa. Masekela married Miriam Makeba in 1964, but the couple divorced in 1966. Masekela had success in the United States with a pop jazz tune, Up, Up and Away, in 1967. He performed at the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival alongside Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin before releasing Grazing in the Grass in 1968, which reached